to call this bill radical would be an understatement. The fact that they're criminalizing speech, violating quite clearly to me the First Amendment of the United States Constitution. I don't think a bill like this passes muster in the courts, but then again, stranger things have happened, and it's always a process too. You know, it takes a while to get such a thing thrown out. You have to have somebody who's aggrieved, and then they bring suit, and so on and so forth. But tell me about your first gut reaction to this legislation.
Mine was the same as yours, that this is unconstitutional. And then the second kind of breath was, this is just vote pandering. It's, even if it survives the muster, as you put it, it's unenforceable. I mean, you're going to try to put a law in place that determines somebody's feelings. It's ridiculous. And it just becomes a he said, she said, or a she said, he said, or a she said, I don't even know. A day, and somebody said something somebody didn't like. And at the end of the day, you know, I remember growing up, and it was supposed to be, you know, whatever you say, your words won't hurt me. And we need to kind of go back to that.
You mean sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me? Yeah. What happened to that? And the other thing that people used to say, it's a free country, say what you want. Nobody says that anymore, because it's not really a free country the way it was when you grew up or when I grew up, Mike. That's the problem. And Democrats are more than happy to go after anybody. And generally, let's be honest about who that is. It's you, it's me, it's not the left. Not yet. That's the part they don't understand, because sooner or later, the focus, the crosshairs go from me to you, and then when they're done with us, it goes back to their own. But they don't understand that, or they can't read. What do you say?
Well, there's an old saying that is, don't let the camel's head in the tent. And for anyone unfamiliar with that saying, it means once the camel gets its head in the tent, the body's going to follow. You can't stop it. It's this big animal. And that's what's happening here. You know, don't let the camel get its head in the tent. If you're going to start censoring Republican speech, it's eventually going to be libertarian speech. It's eventually going to be independent speech. And then, you know, full circle, it becomes Democratic speech. You know, the only thing that I can see here is maybe Governor Whitmer is trying to pass something like this that gives her an ability to actually afford the $82 billion budget that they passed, because we don't have the money to do that.